Hi friends, and this is Bilal Haider, and this is the fourth part of the video series. And in this video part, we will be learning about constants that are there in Unity 3D that can be used in our games. And we're also going to talk about variables. So what I have done here, I have created a completely new project and I created a folder under assets. It's called scripts, and under that I created a new C# script which I called variables, and here I have opened it. Now you will notice one thing, that whenever you create a new script, it has this template code already written for you, and sometimes we'll get rid of these functions, and sometimes we'll add more functions in here, but for now let's remove these functions and let's talk about constants and variables. So what a constant is, basically constant is a value that never changes. Okay, it's same throughout all the languages, whether it's C++, C sharp, any language, any computer language um, has that. Okay, so let's say um, um, let's talk about numbers, because numbers are constants. Okay, so like all numbers which carries points, um, or their whole numbers, or their fractions, whatever, these are constant values. They will not change. That's why we call them constant values. Now, another type of constant value is Boolean values, which are either true or false. So these are Boolean type values. There are other values like string. So you have got 20 points. Okay, so this is a text, this is a string value, but it's also constant. Okay, each single character which you can see in this sentence is a constant value that will never change. So to sum up, constants are basically some values that don't change. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty simple, right? Now let's talk about variables. Variables, like any other language, they will hold these constant values. Okay, for example, let's declare a variable called score, and let's give it a number like 20. So by writing this line, we have actually created a score variable, and we said that it's an integer type variable and its value is 20. Okay, so and now let's create another variable, and let's call it float life equals 100 f. This means that we can also create variables to hold fractions or fractional values like 6.358. Okay, and we have several other variables, data types actually, and okay, so this was a Boolean type variable, this was a fractional type variable, and this was an integer type variable. And Let's create another. Well, there are other types of variable also, like let's see, we have double, which is a bigger float value. Okay, if you want, if you are making, if you're building some game which requires very precise values, maybe up to I guess 12 decimal numbers. I mean 12 numbers after the decimal point. I don't know, but this will be that data type which you will be using, like 1 point, 2 point, something like this. Okay, and there are tons of other variables also.